Hey, Folk Metal. I have a meeting to be at 6 p.m. EST, and I forgot I logged off in Tumbleweed. You know, I was chatting with a lot of other wildlings in our Discord chat today. And I was asked directly, Ember, why are you so easy to bully? Why do you always get bullied, Ember? I said, I don't know. Everywhere I go, I get bullied. What do you want from me? Jerks. Nothing but bullies. Everyone's a bully. Oh, wow. I'm within the 90-day warranty. I want a replacement. My Ember Nox has only sung a handful of times. You know, that's because I'm not playing Scythe, who... I plan on bringing Scythe back today, because it is St. Patrick's today. But I'm supposed to be over at my grandpa's for dinner at 6 my time, which is 9 server time, which is prime RP time. So... Scythe's return might just be her getting off the boat or the train or whatever and getting caught doing some moonshining. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But thank you for that resub, Brown Coat. I do appreciate it. Aww. We just have to get all the way to Saint Denis. Oh, we're late. We're 5 minutes late already. I suck so much. We'll show up late. It's fine. The meeting with the cut and everyone in Saint Denis with Malone. It's not Holly being late. It's just me being really late. You know what? It's double star day, and I wanted to go to Starbucks, and then I was just gonna take Cashew to Starbucks because he's my special boy. But then I was getting to the door, and Cinder saw me with Cashew at the door and my keys and my shoes, and she barked, and I felt bad. And then Kitty came running out, and she was really, really hyper and jumping on the door. And even Time, my little old lady, 15 years old, was dancing around, and I was like, ah. And so I took all 4 of them to Starbucks. And they all got puppuccinos. And then I went and I saw a really pretty cup, and I got the cup too, because we went through the drive-thru, which going through the drive-thru takes a long time, but I go through the drive-thru so that the dogs can see the baristas through the window, and the baristas can go, oh, cute doggies, can they have a puppuccino? And I go, yes, you can give them whipped cream, but only a little bit because they're tiny dogs. If I try and order the puppuccino, like if I say I want a puppuccino ahead of time, they give me this cup that's like this massive amount of whipped cream, and it's just so much for this tiny little dog, and then I have to eat whipped cream, and I don't want to do that in front of the baristas. So it's just better if I go in there and I say, you know, I get my drink, and then I pull up to the window, and then they see all the dogs in the back seat, and then they go, oh, can they have puppuccinos? And then I go, yes, but only tiny ones. Because even if I say, like, only could I get 2 puppuccinos but make them really small, like just a dab in the bottom of the cup, they go, yeah, we'll get 2 pup cups for you right away. And then they hand me them, and they're just massive things of whipped cream. I don't want to do that in front of the barista, so she does do it. No, I don't. I don't want to eat the whipped cream that's for the dogs in front of the baristas. So I don't do that. Like, can you imagine? It's a treat they give you for free. Like, it's free. You do it not in front of... No, like one time... Okay, this dog, Cinder, was like a puppy. She was like 11 weeks old, and they gave me a pup cup for her. But it was huge, so I did eat off the top of it. Yeah, no, if you go to Starbucks with your dog, there's a good chance they'll ask. I don't know, it could just be a Washington thing because that's where Starbucks is from. And, you know, like the Seattle area thing. And we love dogs here. But if you go to Starbucks with your dog, especially if they're in the drive-thru, they'll probably ask if you want a pup cup, which is literally they'll give you a tiny little like sampler cup, and they'll fill it up with whipped cream. And then you give that to the dog. You know, of course, the dogs love it. Delicious for puppies. Yeah, it must be a West Coast thing. Okay, have you ever gone to Starbucks and tried it? It could just be a West Coast thing. It could be. But, you know, the cuter your dog is, the more they want to give you whipped cream for the dog. To be honest, I've never stepped foot in a Starbucks. I live in the mountains. I mean, I kind of live in the mountains too. We just also have Starbucks here. I mean, I've been to the original Starbucks because it was founded here. One time, friends from California visited up here and they were like, yeah, we're in Seattle. And I was like, okay, I'll come see you while you're here. And I'm trying to find them and they're like, oh, we're at the Starbucks in Seattle. And I just about lost my mind. So I was literally going from like Starbucks to Starbucks in downtown Seattle trying to find the Starbucks in Seattle. We're at the Starbucks in the corner. I can like see something over here and you know, underground Seattle tours. Okay, I finally found. It was so dumb. I was just like, no, I need the address. Give me the address, the cross street. It'll be, you know, the whatever 8th Street, you know. I couldn't believe it. Like you can't say the Starbucks in Seattle. There's one on every other corner. Like I'm not even joking. I sent a picture to someone like a month ago. I was sitting in the parking lot of Starbucks and I took a picture of the outside of Starbucks because in the background you could see the supermarket that had an inside Starbucks. Inside the supermarket you could see the emblem for it, and I was like, you know, it was like a stone's throw away. Like Starbucks facing each other across the street, pretty much. Yeah. Not even, they were in the same parking lot. I meant to go to Emerald City Comic Con before the blip. The plague that shall not be named. The blip. Where 2 years was erased. Yeah, I went through Seattle one time when it was going on, and I considered going to it, but you have to like get tickets, you know, 3 months in advance. But I went through Seattle one time and there was just like a bunch of furries walking around and we're like, what's going on? And then we found out it was because Comic Con was through there, and so there was a bunch of furries around and it was not a lot of motivation to go to it. Yeah. But I did actually, no, I talked to, I talked to someone who was in one of my college classes some years ago. No, a friend of someone who was in one of my college classes, she was helping out at one of the Comic Cons there in Seattle, and she said that she bumped into James Woods, which I think is James Woods. I think that's his name. But he played Walter in Fringe, which was really popular at the time. He also played some crazy king in Lord of the Rings. I can't remember his name. The one that threw himself off the tower, you know. And she bumped into him and she kind of stammered. She goes, "It's you! It's you!" And he turned around, he grabbed her hands and he goes, "It's you! It's you!" Right back at her. It sounded like he was a really nice, good-natured guy. Which is pretty funny. Yeah. Maybe it's not. I'm trying to remember who. Maybe not James Lewis. No, that was the evil bishop in Lady Hawk. Maybe. I don't know. What is it? The actor. John Noble. That's it. John Noble it was. Yeah, but it's fun when it, you know, it turns out people involved in those things are like also fans themselves. You know, it's not a Harrison Ford story where he's just this grouch that hates his characters and stuff like that. Oh, is he really? Yeah, he seems like he genuinely enjoys the content that he's been a part of, and the fact that people, you know, are fans of it, which is it's cool. So, yeah, it's not like Harrison Ford who just hates everything. Oh, you're getting starstruck. I've seen people. Hey, Doc. Got panicked when I ran into Ember. Was that last night or another night?
Solomon and the rest of the crew.
You said you wanted to hear, so let me tell you.
Torts or corrections, please save it till after he's finished speaking, and they'll afford you the same courtesy.
That is the first time.
Ah, I can't do
The
emotes.
second time, after yes, we were
Floating.
able to capture a few of the people who attacked me. You put a shotgun to my chest and pulled the trigger. That is number two.
Can't remember.
Let
Someone
him
remind me.
finish.
And let me ask you if what is better, a bullet in the head or a little fingernail cutting?
Oh, that's what we're calling it. All right, carry on.
What else would you call it?
That yak or is that?
Continue.
There is no such thing as bamboo for acupuncture.
Go ahead, Cole.
The third time. Let me think, there's too many. The third time, you took Jungwei. You carved some kind of smile into his face.
Yeah.
Sliced his hand nearly in half. This is, we assumed that there was peace between us. Everything was over, and yet you did this. You started it.
Well, I think you'll find Mr. Ray there started
Because
that. He knows all about
he
that.
speak the truth. And I will speak the truth now, Solomon. It was you who speak these words to a man who is mad, to prompt his attack against us. Oh, I'm missing the oil tanker. How could I miss this? In front of the building, right behind me.
Over there, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good reminder. Thank you.
That's all right. I'm a big fan of visual props.
A bomb, basic. It blew up a gun shop, costing us thousands of dollars to repair the building. Costing us thousands of dollars of lost business. The fifth time. I've said 4 now. I'm missing one, but Carter's attack. Oh, yes, twice. Okay, I remember now. The Carter attack. Robbery of our gun shop. Now, this you might not have planned, but he considers you family. He told me. I asked him why. We have done nothing, not one thing, to prompt such disrespect. He say, oh, that's easy. Solomon is family. The sixth time, also by Carter, outside the post office. He was preparing to slice up my face as well. Something you must like to do. No more casually than eating a meal or having a beer. 6 times I've told you no. And we have not once truly retaliated. Not once. The violence is on your hands, not ours.
Mr. Walker, would you like to retort to that?
Yeah, alright then. So, you've counted to 6 there. 3 of them weren't even fucking done by myself or anyone from my organisation, yet still putting it on my fucking feet. That's your decision, mate. I'm not going to try and argue against that. You've clearly made your fucking mind up. I'm not one to waste breath on someone who isn't there to listen.
Get offended
There's
by
my retort.
anything that they accuse you of. Simply correct and move on.
No retort, just hot air.
So say that again, Bailey.
Have you any facts?
No, he doesn't.
Maybe
That's
fact,
that's
maybe
what he
fact.
just
Oh.
stated, pretty much.
Listen,
Hold on a wee second. Before you start on your own wee monologue here, Marty.
I ain't here to give a monologue. I'm here to
before you start
remind you
anyway.
folks that you're here to discuss peace, not who did what to each other.
Well, you
can
just
all
gave them
go
fucking
around
the floor
pointing
for
fingers
5
if
minutes.
we
didn't
like.
they?
Sorry.
With no disrespect, Malone, I don't think that we can get to the bottom of that when we've been senselessly attacked by this group multiple times without having to
This isn't
aggress them
why
at
we're
all.
here.
Anybody addressed you?
We're here to clear up what we can be done in the future, not what happened in the past. If we go back looking at the past, then nothing's ever gonna
You
change.
didn't
is it?
interrupt them during their 5-minute monologue, Marty, when they were saying that.
I thought you were done speaking.
No, I was done. Let's be fair to him, I was done.
If you
But
want to
go-
continue,
but-
anyone
but
else from
go
the cut wants
ahead.
to continue, I'll let you have the floor.
Mr. Norman, go ahead and speak.
Me?
Oh,
Or play.
Yeah,
my name's
it's
Joe
true.
Norman.
Jim.
Oh, no, Mr. Jim. Well, Mr. Norman was speaking. I thought he was going to
I thought you
retort.
remember Jim at least.
Oh, quite. Oh,
Thank
ha, 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 ha. Ah, you're so funny. Good quip.
Oh, well,
Go
that
ahead,
does
Mr. Jim.
explain how often
Alright,
you get
Jim.
confused between Jim and Norman, doesn't it? Norman.
Yeah, fuck you.
Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. First on Cole's list. I think the way he worded it was whispering sweet nothings into a crazy man's ear. Of which, said crazy man, apparently, took some action against you and your people, Cole. Would I be correct in that? Have I summarised what you were meaning by that point correctly?
Yes.
Okay. So that's one. The actions of another being placed at Solomon's shoes.
No, it can't because
One of
they've
your other
attacked us multiple times for no reason. I mean,
reasons or accusations was that apparently Mr. Carter and members of his organisation robbed your gun store. Again, the actions of another being placed at Solomon's feet. And lastly, apparently Mr. Carter was, according to you, maybe going to cut up your face based on your assumption. Again,
What?
for a third time, the actions of another being placed at his shoes based on assumptions. So, this number 6 that you've came to, kindly revise it to 3. In
I
your
would
mind,
disagree.
Let him finish.
Cole, mind yourself.
Because if you really want to label every single bad thing that ever fucking happens to you, simply because it happens in Saint Denis, or it relates to the cut in any way, shape or form, whether we call that person family or no, you want to relate every single bad thing that ever happens to you onto us and onto our shoulders, and we're never going to get out of this anyway, are we?
If I may attest, the things that I put about on your feet or at your feet, Solomon's words to by Lee and Cole, when we had the conversation about the Del Lobos and Jack Ketterman being told these things, it was from the man's mouth himself. Even admitted to him as well as truth. Mr. Solomon, can you confirm?
Sorry, catch me up again. Sorry, what are we on now?
The Del Lobos bit, dear sir.
What about
You telling Mr. Ketterman that we were sending guns to the Del Lobos, you
No, I
admitted
didn't
to
tell you
that being
He
the truth.
He saw you meeting with them and Ollie Frost with his own eyes.
We all
Oh,
know
wow.
how he feels about Holly Frost, let's be honest.
So don't start.
So
He
the story
didn't-
changes.
Yeah, so the story changes because the thing is you have two other witnesses who heard you say that you confirmed telling Jack Ketterman this, and he had no idea that Holy Frost was anywhere near our company until after I told him after our meeting at the Duchenzo's home. So again, will you tell the truth there, Solomon? Did
Well,
you
actually,
confirm?
hold on a
I'll
wee
tell you what,
second.
here's what we're gonna do. Given that you are the most prolific liar, piece of shit cunt in the fucking crossing.
All right.
constructive.
All right, yeah, there's some real constructive
This is going
words.
nowhere.
Now hold on, there. A constructive
Are you gonna leave
conversation
already?
doesn't.
I'll see
Now
you
running
soon,
away
bye.
from a peace meeting.
What sees me soon?
No, you can't reason with people like this. We knew that from the beginning.
So, basically, the only note that I've been able to take throughout this entire thing is that accusations devolve conversation quickly with the cut.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
It's
next
just-
time we should resort to statements of "I feel like" or "This made me feel."
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't even get the chance to go ahead and
No,
apologize.
he didn't. We didn't.
No,
Uh,
it was
They
more or
get
less the fact
upset
of putting facts.
when you bring up their rap sheet. and
Well,
they have
it's,
nothing to
they get
defend
up
it
when
with.
you they get upset when you bring up the facts. It hurts their feelings, is what it is.
I
You know-
suggest you make a statement to these reporters about what you wish for the crossing. Way and
Well,
Co.
to be honest with you, of course. The thing is, though, is that I didn't even get the chance to apologize to Norman or Maggie or Effie for getting them swallowed up inside of this mess. But of
Well,
all the people,
I doubt
guess you have the
doubt
floor
that they would
now.
have taken any apology with sincerity. Way.
no, I'm pretty sure.
I think you have the floor now.
They've just
Well,
pulled another reason
late-
out their ass.
Lady and gent, are you with Mr. Carter?
Oh, that's Sam.
Mr.
Yes.
Carter, unfortunately, he couldn't make it. He's out of state tonight.
Uh,
but,
no worries.
we
If
can't
anything,
speak for him. We're just bringing
no,
information.
it is fine. If anything, why don't you go ahead and bring information back to him, which is this. Taipan is willing to bury what has happened before him. Agreed.
Honestly, I just
It's not-
it's
not Sunday.
so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Any
So
overall,
as-
we're here
as you-
to answer best as we can and to relay messages back.
Understood. Here's the thing. Here's the known facts, confirmed by Mr. Carter already, is that the two attacks upon the store was sanctioned by himself over either dealings of, I don't know, import, export, whatever have you, or the fact that he just happens to follow the same animosity to which Solomon puts out there for us and what we go ahead and stand for. What we tried to have was a conversation of truth. But we would tell the truth on everything that we had here because I have plenty more to say if they had any questions or anything of the sort. We are going to be striving for peace. What we were going to decide to do was say that we will do anything we can to make sure that we can all dwell inside of this microcosm together. That we could all strive and thrive, supporting each other's business.
And there goes TeamSpeak. It makes me so angry. I just... tends to happen the most in Saint Denis and when there's lots of people around.
Out of discipline with one's fist, not to stab him or mutilate him or shoot him with a shotgun or anything else of the sort. No, doing things a little bit of the old-fashioned way. That is what we were going to do with our intention. We even went to the house, yes, with guns out. There's truth to that.
No, it's just...
Because unfortunately, the person that Solomon has proven himself to be, blowing up our gun store and exuding the violence he has,
TeamSpeak isn't a bubble
made
issue.
us feel like we had to be prepared for the
TeamSpeak is
inevitable.
just crap.
And even when I gave him that conversation of to talk to him about Josh Carter, and he did not have what we wanted, we were on our way to leave. And the man himself decided to put bullets in our back because of it.
Not to mention, despite his dangerous reputation, we stood over 2 streets away from his house.
Not even on his property. Only I, Zhang Wei, was on his property.
We were like specks in the distance to him.
We were willing to go ahead and let there be peace. on Mr. Solomon's property. I
Okay.
was only one on Mr. Solomon's property, which is on his walkway. And then instead, I was told that why would you bring your people here with their guns out in a party, and not what's a party without some fireworks in the open fire? And then that newspaper article made it seem like we were the one who shot up his home. We are not monsters in this situation. We are just people who are trying to do business inside the microcosm to which we dwell. And we are not above peace. But when you have someone like Mr. Solomon, who can't even tell the truth on the situation of, to at least allow us to get the solace, not that we need to hear that he's in the wrong, no, that he has enough honor to say what is true, then fine. It pains me to know that when I had talked and the law had come to me about what Solomon had done and a few others of his, that most of them were incarcerated. It's unfortunate. That was not to be of the accord. That was not to happen. But unfortunately, when you associate yourself with a man's madness and overpours from his head, and everybody else just drinks from it, it makes things difficult. Just know that when it comes to Carter's group, if he decides he wants to make peace with Taipan, we are here for it.
We can
Yes,
go
Mr.
around
Martin.
listing past transgressions all we like. Who did what, for what reason. But it's not gonna get anything anywhere. You're gonna say your thing, they're gonna deny it. They're gonna say their thing, you're gonna deny it. It's not gonna get anywhere. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss what can be done next to make
Yes,
sure this
so-
war ends now.
so, Malone.
This feud ends now.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question.
If we never did anything in the first place and got attacked repeatedly, how are we supposed to prevent that in the future?
Look, I don't have a clear answer for you here.
Okay,
All
well,
I'm
you can
saying-
understand our frustration, perhaps. That is all I'm trying to
I can understand
say.
everybody's frustration. The whole reason this whole war started was because of misconceptions, misunderstandings.
Misconceptions?
And I'm not talking about the war between you and the Cut. I'm talking about the whole war.
Well, we had nothing
between
to do with
the Del
that.
Lobos,
But
Kettleman's gang.
that has
weren't
nothing
involved
to
in
do
that.
with us. Marty, for you to sit here and say to our face that we would not listen to these people and not think of their words to be of truth, or to not go ahead and be sated by at least hearing it back, you think that we would deny you of that? You think that we would lie? Well, at what
I'm not
point have you
calling
sat down at my
anybody a
goddamn
liar.
where you went ahead and just said that me and mine would deny the fact of? So I'll make this very clear to you. These motherfuckers can come over here, sit in front of us, hear what we have to go ahead and say. Not that we'll point the fingers or blame or whatever to get whatever constructive answers that you want. But we're going to be over here the ones who are sacrificing everything that we have, throwing pride to the wind to go ahead and make this work out for you. And I hope that you understand this.
I understand
So bring them over here. Do that. And we will continue with this meeting.
All right.
And if at all, we're the ones who are still standing here willing to continue
I
the conversation.
understand that as well. Look, I'm not taking a side here. I'm just trying to get them back to the table, all right?
Right. The same people who bring a fucking oil tanker as what? A
Yeah,
piece
it's
of
a
a
great
prize,
ad.
a goddamn dragon to parade through the
I'm
city?
well aware of
You could
the-
hear
of
the
tone
veiled
that
threats
sits.
he made as
Can
he
I-
walked
can I
away,
move it?
too.
Can I move the oil tanker?
I'm gonna have the cadet
No.
move it.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
They brought an oil tanker.
We can't move
Didn't
it,
even notice the oil tanker.
Wait,
Just
really?
go
The
ahead,
cut
just
brought
go-
that.
Golden
The cut
brazen
brought
moon.
that, huh?
Yes, I know
is
they
very
brought it, and I
disrespectful.
know what they're trying to say with it, all right? I'm
Just
not
go
an
ahead
idiot.
and get them over here, Malone, so we can continue this, because I'm going to lose my patience, and I came here with a great amount of it.
I wish I had one just like it. Mine isn't enough like it, sadly.
I'm here for
I
Carter,
tried,
but
though.
I cannot speak for Carter. I'm sure he will be willing to have a meeting a bit more
Speaking to
level-headed
Solomon is
than
the
this
same as speaking to
with you in the
Carter,
future.
honestly. They're one and the
It-
same.
Here's the thing. We appreciate you coming to at least being an ear. That we can appreciate. So that we will not take for granted. Shish here. Everybody.
Just shit.
Folks all know who I am anyway.
Yes, Mr.
You know
Gallagher.
I've done fuck all to anyone, but I'm hired as
Should be
security.
someone in
I'm
the
just
Discord.
making sure
I am tired.
that
I'm tired of people.
everything
they're
sort
coming
of gets
back.
through his head. You know what I mean? I'm just here to
Center
make sure these
yourself.
two get out of here.
Absolutely.
Center yourself, Way. Calm yourself. Deep breaths.
All right,
not
now
get
please
offended.
continue, folks.
Right, take
Remember,
two.
And if
we're
you
here to
do,
talk
hold it
about
in.
what can be done to prevent anything happening again between you folks. What
Agreed.
happened in the past has already happened. We can't change that now. All we can change is how we conduct ourselves in the future. To understand that both of you are businessmen and women. You're here for profit.
But
You're
the
here
cut
to make the city
isn't.
thrive. And make some, you know, hopefully some nice friends on the way. Or maybe not. I'm not saying you folks have to be best of friends. I'm saying that tolerate each other's presence in the city, please, for everybody's sake. That goes for both of you, because if that doesn't happen, I had got no choice but
Did
to
you
kick
find it?
everybody out of the city, and I don't want to do that. I want everybody in front of me
Need
right
to
now.
thrive. Kicking everybody out isn't really the move, is it?
No, I don't. But if it's between that and people getting killed in a shootout by a stray bullet, then that's what I'll do.
Kind of counterintuitive.
No, he's saying he doesn't want that. So that's the whole point.
I
think you're missing
don't
it,
want to
mate.
do that. That's why I'm holding this meeting. That's
Let
why
them argue.
Oh, that's
I'm
not the
allowing you
hat.
folks to clear the air with each other.
That's not the hat.
Start afresh.
Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
which one? What?
I don't have a horse in this race with either side, any side.
I don't know
here,
which picture you're
despite what you
looking
may think. My objective is peace. Always has been, always will be. It's my damn job. If I'm not holding meetings like this, I'm not trying to bring people to the table to talk to each other, to use their words,
Use the
then I'm
link
not
in
doing my
here.
damn job.
Well, I'm sure I speak for everyone here, Sheriff Malone, when I say all of us are deeply sympathetic for the job that you've had to do over the last few weeks. I'm sure all of us appreciate the efforts you were going to right now with organising this meeting. Is that
He's
fair to
changed
say of
his
everyone?
tune.
I would agree.
Good. We can all agree on something, at least.
I
He's
believe there's
trying to
something else
change.
that we can agree on as well. Civility. I believe this is all something we can celebrate in some sort of capacity. Would everyone agree?
Oh yeah, what is the world if you can't be civil? Yeah.
Agreed. So let's move forward. We won't let the past be anything. I will just only mention one thing. Norman. Maggie. And I would even address Miss Effie as well. Your time being incarcerated inside the prison should have never been a thing. And if at any point that I have been of a blame to that, I encourage you to sit down with myself, to ask as many questions as you want, because I promise you here on this side, you will always get the truth. It is my deepest regret you had to spend time in Sisika. For even my actions, coming there with guns to your home, was never to entice a gunfight. It was never to make you look the way you did. And for that you have my apologies. Now, to move forward. Solomon, you mentioned the call. Inside of a telegram that there will be something to pay. Did you have something in mind?
Well, let me think. Jim, you're better with numbers than I am. The number jump to mind?
Oh, why is it so quiet?
Not particular, no.
What about you, Norman? Does number jump to your mind?
I can't even think. No.
Right, well, one comes to my mind. It's a 5 followed by 3 zeros.
Oh, there it is.
Is that the number you were thinking of, Norman?
I know that you said it, yeah.
And what are you being compensated for?
Say that again?
And what are you being compensated for?
Well, I mean, you just expressed great sadness that members of my organisation were sent to Sisika and you regret your part of it. I think this is a fairly good recompense for your part in sending people to Sisika who fucking weren't even involved.
Mr. Wade, let's do some charity. Given that we spent nearly as much time as you spent in Sisika on the lam, not doing business, given all the price it took to rebuild the gun store behind us, far outnumbering that 5,000 figure you've come up with, How about we call it even? Do you a little bit of charity, and no one pays anything.
Well, considering you had that gun store up and running the day of that incident I read about in the paper, I don't think you lost that much business.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Whose
that's
hand
not
was the
true.
business
That
in?
is not true.
That is not true.
Unfortunately, it was true. There was
Unfortunately,
two
No.
people working behind the counter and 5 people in there.
No, it was. We were in the desert. 2 days later, we returned here to Saint Denis.
Anyway, hang on. We all agreed we wouldn't be going back and forth on stuff.
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't
You
lie.
asked me what you asked me what I referred to in my telegram. I've given you the answer. Now, if you decide that is something you don't want to do, that's on you.
Well, $5,000, you're talking about 2 businesses that suffered, not only during the war to which we were dragged into, the loss of business because I won't put my workers or anybody else in jeopardy. So, you say $5,000, sir. I just don't think that during the entire time, not even you and yours were not working. In the gun store, you want to talk about business, you say a few days? Having us inside the store isn't necessarily doing business, sir.
Yes, that's simply being open.
It's simply being open, letting them know we're still here. So at the end of the day, your accusatory remarks that we were open doing business doesn't align. But to be honest with you, the loss of business comes from great sides. 2 of which I could sit here and throw a number at you that would be a lot larger than that. But I won't. Because what you're asking for is unreasonable.
Do you have any food?
If I would say anything, we're not above it.
I need food. Thank you.
So,
but you need to go ahead and give us something back.
Oh, I don't think that's how it works.
No, it's exactly how it works.
Really? Right, okay.
They just gave me
Norman, can you remind
so
me,
much food.
when you're winning something, you normally give something to the other side?
Winning something?
No.
This is about
okay.
winning?
This
Solomon?
is about
winning,
winning,
this is about
Mr.
peace.
Walker. This is about peace.
It
Thank
is
you.
about peace, and I've told them what peace will cost. The ball's in their court. They've said no, thank you. So there we are.
Does peace come at the price of extortion?
Extortion.
Yes, I mean, you've attacked us multiple times, and now you're demanding money. Now you're demanding money for some sort of peace. Okay, well, he's asking for money for peace.
Who are you?
I'm the person that you stabbed with her hands up, Mr. Walker.
Oh, you mean the person that
We're
missed
not
all your
talking
shots
about
into
the
the back?
past, all right?
There it is.
This is
Right.
getting us nowhere.
Well, he wanted to know who I
He-
was.
in the back.
Fucking
cunt.
How about this?
Talk themselves into a grave.
It's fucking back to it again.
Yes, but what are you demanding money then for, Mr. Walker?
Ladies
Excuse
and
me,
gentlemen.
Cohen said, what would it take? He asked the question. I answered the question. That's it. I didn't rock up here with pulling that number out my fucking arsehole and throw it at you with no fucking reason.
I mean, that's what it
I was
seemed like.
fucking asked. I answered.
Yes. You answered with $5,000. And to be honest with you, Solomon, I believe that we are all victims in this. And you feel like you need to be compensated over your loss of business. How about this? We'll pay you $2,500. We'll give you half as a good bridge. And for the next 2 weeks,
People talking, I don't
there
know.
will be peace. And
I
the
don't
next
know.
2 to 3 weeks after that, we'll see where it goes after our business meetings and civility to which we practice.
What is? I don't know.
I will say.
You
My
were the one
employees
who
there.
ended up serving
So I
time
stand beside them.
as a result of their
have no idea.
words, despite serving and doing no harm. So this decision is yours, mate, not mine.
Can I just have you,
Hang on,
Mr.
no.
Mr. Malone?
Making a decision here. Go on, Norman.
Yeah, give him a second.
Could you confirm? Did I go ahead?
How's this
and
not
say
extortion?
that Mr. Norman, Effie, or any of the others who were not there, confirming that Solomon, Jim, and Lucille, after you had come to me with information, was I the one who confirmed that information for you, or
No.
did somebody else come to you and have that information prior?
You talk about Mr. Way's torture. We knew about that way before we even had any conversation with him about it.
So
Right.
why was I placed there?
Because you're not placed there, regardless if you were, these people are going to ask questions. And they can confirm this as well. Again, the madness and insanity dripping on top of that man's head, everyone drinks from. So unfortunately, when it comes to this man here,
Accusations and
Norman,
insults.
can you make a decision?
it
please,
is
and get the fuck out of here?
it is
I don't
just
want your
it's
money.
unfortunate.
Norman, before you make a final decision on that as well, actually, who was it that the law told you placed you at that scene?
I'm not giving that information up.
3 Law said that
I'm
Maggie
asking Norman.
was an eyewitness to me being present at the torture of Way, and Maggie herself wasn't even there.
There were 4
Which has just been
witnesses.
confirmed.
We're not here to discuss
There
arrests.
was right.
So I want
this-
my record.
the- there's 4 witnesses there that may not have been able to know exactly who was there. No, I'm saying that when it comes to the testimony in between, that there was 3 other witnesses there as soon as I was taken from me. So regardless of that, the story itself, they might be able to confirm.
Norman, decision's still yours, mate.
I don't need your fucking money. You need it more than us. So
There we
there.
are.
So money off the table.
What about the 2 weeks, Norman? How do you feel about that?
What, 2 weeks peace?
Yeah.
Just to go ahead and get some rest of the things in order. Yes, not for violence or anything else of the sort, but to prove to us that.
Go on, Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon.
I accept your peace.
He's completely
2 weeks
insufferable.
peace.
Caveat though, Mr. Martin Malone, we accept peace is as of right fucking now, the entirety of my organisation is allowed back in Saint Denis.
I was about to offer that exact term right before
There
you
we are.
spoke.
Perfect. There we are.
The town ban's here henceforth lifted for you and yours.
Such a bad idea.
Right.
Actual bed.
Peace and a nice comfy bed for a change.
Please,
There
shake
it is.
hands.
That's
No deal's a good deal without a handshake. It's the way, Solomon.
Should I just rush up to Solomon and stab him? That would be great. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of person. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm kidding.
You all right, mate?
Pleasure doing business with you, Solomon.
Always, always.
Indeed.
All right.
Here it is.
Thank you, everybody, for attending, and thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Mr. Malone.
staying, and thank you for coming to an agreement. I'm hoping with this peace agreed, we can build off this, and hopefully enemies can become friends.
Is
I'll be good, not jump
Thank
too
you.
far.
right.
Let's-
All right, Sam,
Well,
you have a chat.
I'm forever an optimist. What can I say?
Before I leave,
Have a good day, everybody.
the lady in the back.
What you're speaking of Miss Holland.
You're speaking about me.
All I'm going to ask is that when you do tell that story to all your friends about being stabbed with your hands up, please include the start where you stood behind a group of people and fanned the hammer at their backs as they walked away from
Oh
you
yes,
first.
when I suddenly realized that there was
Let's
3
not
of you
get
coming
into that
after me,
right now,
really?
right?
Yeah, and
But
you
no,
said
hold on,
hands
hold
up and
on.
then
This is
stabbed me. Okay, there's nothing that
Going
you can
backwards
do.
again, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
no,
You just
that's-
proved the
that's
cowardice of
alright.
your entire organization.
Both of you, walk
All
yourself.
I'm going to
Mr.
say,
This
Mr.
one's
Jim.
coming up. I have
Alright.
nothing more to hear from this
I just hear a
person.
bunch of hypocrites talking.
I mean,
Alright.
that's.
Alright.
Do you hear
Mr. Jim.
yourself? Have you heard your own
My lord,
voice?
Let's go.
Get out of here. Go
Hattie,
on.
Hattie, come here.
Both of you.
It's all right. It's all right.
Mr. J.
Let Holly
just make
chatter
sure that
shit.
part of that
Come on.
story is very
No,
I mean, I'll
no,
keep
you-
telling facts, and you can keep crying about it because it hurts your
You,
feelings.
sir,
Fucking
are-
luck.
you, sir, in front of me inside of the red, are compromising.
Co,
the
if
peace
you
that was just
want to
made
have any more
by coming over
words
to make sure that you
peacefully,
I do.
better
I do.
quietly,
of a woman.
just
So
telegram
please,
or
It's gonna be fun when Jack
uh,
goes.
find me at the bar later.
Listen, anyone
like
who
maybe
can
2
actually
hours from
talk
now.
without slinging
Right.
insults, we appreciate. This group behind you is beyond
But,
any help.
Buddy, you ready?
stifle your
Yeah, I'm
pride
ready.
and accept
Alright.
the
Thank
peace.
you all for being here tonight.
Wasn't that bad?
It went almost like I thought, but there is a bigger plan behind these all.
Okay.
Cool down. Cool yourself. Eat a little bit of shit right now.
And then spit it in their face later.
Yes. Alright. Don't let him
Round
leave
and round in
angry.
circles for years, if it came down
I'll tell
to
you
it.
more later.
Okay.
You, sir, have a lot of fucking paperwork coming your way, and it won't be from us. Come, everybody,
Well,
to the
I
store.
hope I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong about that.
I
What?
think
Did you
everyone
not
hopes
listen
that
what
he's
the-
wrong, but they
Excuse me,
unfortunately
sir?
know that he's not.
Did you not listen to these people when they walk
I
off?
listen
Like,
to everybody.
ah, good.
I just,
So,
I
Yes.
don't understand how extortion becomes something accepted by the
I
department.
didn't accept anything. Whatever price you two want to pay with each other or whatever you want to agree on, that's between you folks. I'm just here to get you to talk.
Yes,
you are
but when it's
putting
money
us on the
put
same step.
$5,000.
What
When
are you
it's
talking about?
$5,000
treat
not
us the
to
same.
attack us.
Hey, I'm not saying whether you have to pay it or not. That's down to you folks, all right? I'm not your boss.
Okay,
I'm
and when
here
something
so
explodes a
people
week
can
from
talk.
now,
That's all we're
You
saying.
understand? You understand that I'm just here to get people to talk, right? I don't have a damn horse in any race.
Okay,
If you
let's
don't like
not
something,
say
you
that kind of
should
stuff
have
in
a horse
chat,
in the
Johnny,
race.
please. We don't need to
My horse in the race is
Um,
peace. If you want
peace,
me to have a
yes,
race.
and the people
Talk-
here for
oh,
peace
see, we're
drove
talking
an
about the
oil wagon
characters.
up to our store.
Yes, I'm very well aware of that. But did they blow it up? No.
Excuse me, what?
That's not the point.
Yeah, so
Of
they
course
want
they're
to
not
make
gonna
a
blow it up in
vague,
front
a
of you.
vague threat.
Every
A
vague
vague
threat they've ever
threat.
made is
They
ended
were
in
standing
torture.
here threatening to kill us in like maybe half an hour.
Who are you?
Ah,
He's
you
one
should
of
not care.
ours.
Okay. Well, I don't like the way he's talking to me.
Yeah, and I
Okay,
don't like your
he's
face.
okay. Yeah, Cole, that's unnecessary. I just think that you's maybe missing the extent to which
What am
they
I
have
missing,
gone.
huh?
Are you gonna
What,
let me?
that you
Are,
thought
are
that
you
they
gonna?
wanna
Are you gonna
probably-
let me finish trying to talk, or are you just gonna
I'm
talk
looking
over
for
me,
renters.
Mister? Never mind.
Fine, talk.
No, it's fine. It's clear that you don't want to hear what I have to say.
You know what's funny? The other side said the same thing. I'm done here.
Thank you, Malone. Have a nice day.
What is this? Oh, it's frostbite. It's one pretty gun. I know, isn't it a great name for a gun?
Okay, so that meeting was meaningless as we assumed it be.
Yeah,
We'll kill them
No, it
tomorrow.
was not meaningless.
No.
Solomon got everything he wanted. Yeah, these 5,000. It was not what he really wanted because he knew he would never get it. But he aimed for the sky, so the bar goes up, and he got what he wanted. He paid nothing, no reparations. He had nothing to do, only like don't make us work and welcome back to Saint Denis before it's time. Before his time came.
Yeah, he got let right back in, regardless of everything. That's what's most
They
atrocious
were
to me there.
threatening us on open field, and they were listening, and they ignored it. Corrupt bastards. He doesn't like how I talk. Shut the fuck up. I'm rarely that upset, but he made me upset big. He is a snake. Selling civilians, and he's glorifying the injustice, and he's I don't know the word. I'm mad.
I'm going to walk to the general store.
Don't get stabbed.
Oh,
Yeah.
if any of them approach me, I'll shoot them.
Yes, sure.
Maybe I should put that yellowy one on instead of the gold. It's not quite fit. The gold you can't see very well. But it's subtle too, so I don't know. Right. It costs so much money IRL though. That part at least is realistic. This is I really like this. I like that swan is coming around, hanging around here. That's cool. See if everyone upstairs or something. I really wish that the Litchfield, the Henry here, had engravings more of like at the end of the barrel instead of only at the very beginning of it. Seems like a missed opportunity. Because due to the nature of how it loads and stuff, it's not like you can extend a wrap up the barrel or anything like that. Where did everyone go? It was a little bit concerning.
Hopefully people don't start targeting doctors. Don't need that on my plate as well.
But,
I do target doctors, you know. I do target doctors. Fine lady, listen to me now. I do
you know what I was
with my love and affection.
Oh, well, ain't that
because you
sweet.
helped me to survive.
You know what I wanted to recommend was that if there was going to be any sort of cash settlement, that we would just say, you know, how about Mrs. Solomon, instead of giving it to you, we give it to the doctors. Because at least, you know, they're the ones who have to deal with this mess every time something happens.
We can still do these.
Yeah, we can.
We can still do these. Make sure we get it in a newspaper, though.
I was gonna say, we could put it down in their name. So what if we put it in the newspaper? Taipan is donating $5,000 or $2,000, whatever, in the name of.
They would get.
Yeah,
they would
well,
get
guess what?
Mad.
But that's.
Yeah, we should.
I mean,
we should do
that's
this.
why we should do it.
We really should do these. That is an excellent idea.
Who was she?
I don't know. That is a brilliant idea, actually.
That's very good, yeah.
How to leak it to the press without us actually just going and telling them.
Do we want to provoke them, Cole?
Well,
was,
we're
most certainly provoke
provoking them in a way that is completely legal and humanitarian. I mean...
Yeah, but what we get out of the you know?
They're going to attack us no matter what.
Yeah?
They are going to come after us no matter what. So we
when
make
put
them
it in the
smolder.
newspaper, we
And
have like a
and we
time,
look good to
gap.
everybody else.
We expect them to come. So when we put it in the newspaper, we basically know, okay, during the day after the newspaper it was printed, they will most certainly attack. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I want them to attack.
They will. They promised before the Odero was standing there, and they promised to attack.
I was going to say, each time that they come after us when we haven't done anything, it makes them look worse in the eyes of the law. Leads to them getting kicked out of the city, not us.
Yeah, but the law sucks.
Yes, but they can still be manipulated.
I need to discuss a few things with you, Holly.
Okay.
Where did Way go?
I don't know. I tried to go upstairs and no one was up there, so that's why I came out to the street.
I don't really want to talk in the gun shop.
Okay, well. We can do it out on a pier. We can go do it. Literally anywhere.
Yeah, let's go to the pier.
Okay.
Buddy, do you want to go too?
Bali?
He might be having a headache again.
Hear me now?
Okay,
there he
yeah.
is. We're gonna go to the pier to talk.
Go to the where?
The pier.
Out on a dock, on a boat, something like that.
Yeah, tell Yahiko to.
Well, I was gonna say, Rabbit's just doing the gun thing, because they dated for a while. I'm not sure what happened with that, but I think she dumped him, and then he had a complete... Like, he got drunk when he never drank. Because I remember, like, chasing him around town as Sive, and, like, trying to herd him to the sheriff's office, because he was completely drunk. He just kept ragdolling. We couldn't do anything.
Where's Wit?
I don't know.
Shouldn't we be in the gun store rather than spreading out if we don't know where everyone is?
I don't think they will attack these fast, but...
I don't care about attacking, Cole.
Did
They're gonna be wandering around the city having no idea where we are.
Did you see how hard their
need to-
egos were bleeding?
Yeah.
They couldn't stand it so much that they just walked away.
Yeah. I need a few minutes in a place where nobody can hear. There was a strange man last night who came into the gun shop. I think they will be sending their own spies.
We're not taking anyone on as employees.
No.
As for people who, you know, can't stop people from doing business.
It would be very difficult. Let's see, where do I begin? Yeah, there might, when I tell you earlier that there is something going on behind this conversation, what we had decided was for them to agree to some kind of monetary payment. And we would stipulate that they have 2 weeks of no violence to anyone in the crossing. They will break this, and if they don't, we will make sure they break it. So we don't pay them anything, actually. But this was now no use because they returned down the cash, the money.
Okay.
And so I like your idea about giving it to a doctor. maybe $2,000 or something. Make sure it gets into a newspaper.
Yes, perhaps we could host some sort of banquet or something like that, and at it we could invite the medics. We'd host it for the medics, and we would make a donation to them and invite anyone who wants to come make a donation, something like that.
Oh, that is even better.
It could be something as like a, because the war, these are the people who are working hard, something like that.
Yep.
Medics appreciation banquet, hosted by Taipan.
That is great. I like it. What do you think, Bailey?
It'll be.
And
when's the next market?
Taipan Industries would like to invite anyone in the crossing or any other business organization in the crossing to make donations in matching or excess. So if they try and retaliate by making a bigger donation, we'll just have already praised that in the statement.
Yeah.
So we could make that as an advertisement and everything.
The next Melee Market is 26th of March.
It's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday.
No, next Saturday, yes, 26th.
This would have to wait over a week if we do it.
Well, we could do it earlier, prepare something different.
It's gonna take a week just to.
I think it's fine if we let it wait, a week or something like that.
It'll take forever to organize, and we'll have to find a date that fits best.
I think that we could do it right here at the Grand Corrigan. We could provide our dumplings, stuff like that,
Take a gamble.
Would you like to
perhaps
this?
We
will provide all the funds.
Yes, I was going to say maybe one thing that we could do too would be to provide some sum of money. Say, I don't know. I gotta make sure that we have enough for. I don't know how many medics there is, but we could provide them some sum to gamble on the ship. Something. It's supposed to be an appreciation. We're doing something to donate to them, but also to.
Oh, that ship is very expensive. I think the minimum is like you need 500 for crabs and stuff like that, right?
Do you? No, you don't.
I don't know. I'm
No,
pretty sure
no,
that's
you don't.
expensive.
I don't think you do. You could give them as little as $50 each to go gambling. And it's, people more likely to go play something like that if they're handed some money to do it.
Did you guys know that Darcy is no longer licensed?
No, but I barely know her.
I met her.
She's the lady with the big chest.
There are a lot of ladies with big chests. Go.
Well, but she always likes to show them off.
I don't know who it is. Not her.
Okay, all right. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you out here, Holly, is about yesterday. This Mr. Talifax. He's been grooming Pofong and Yahiko.
Okay.
And they're training quite well. One will enter the cut. One will enter Kettleman.
Really?
Group. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
They're almost prepared. They need a little more training, but their clothing has been selected. Their disguises, their voices. He's been coaching them on what to say, what to do. Stay away from anything illegal. Don't harm anyone. If you get into a situation that requires you to do something illegal, run. Come back to Taipan, report, change your clothes. These kinds of things. So, yeah, it's both of them, I think. Oh, that scared me. It's going good. Need a few more days, I think. But
yeah,
we are looking for ways to a good excuse for them to find Jack or to find the cut. Right now, it looks like Yahiko might try to, in his disguise as William, he might try to get in with the Carter group first. Get hired by them. He's basically like Yeehaw person. A little beard, blonde hair. He's not really talented at anything, but willing to try anything. And so he will work this way. Also, Kettleman knows Yahiko quite well. So if his voice slips up, then he might get in trouble. So he will go for cut. And poor Fung. His new name is Frankie. He does not know Jack Kettleman. Jack Kettleman does not know him. And he's actually quite skilled, even more so than Yahiko, which I found very surprising. So this is already underway. It will happen soon, as long as they get accepted.
Okay, well, that could
So
be
if
very
you
valuable.
Yeah, if you have interest in pursuing this, it's basically up to you to work with Mr. Talifax. Set up a time or whenever you can. He's different than the teachers that I'm used to. If it was me, I would have all my pupils here and make them kneel down in front of me in the koto and give them orders or beat them. But no, he is much different. And so it's total time, how much you want to learn, what you want to learn, whatever, it's up to you. And he will be around Mondays through Thursdays, mostly. Friday, Saturday, Sunday might be a little bit difficult.
Okay, so so the weekends is not good for him. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, I don't think that I would be suitable to any long-term infiltration of these groups.
No, but I worry about you. You know, this meeting with Jack, I told you already a little bit, I believe, but his hatred runs very deep. It's like a part of him. He will not forget. You know what he asked me to do?
Probably for you to deliver me all wrapped up as a package for him.
Yeah. And then he said, if you do this, then maybe I will show mercy.
So he threatened the rest of us.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen, so... Now...
If he's threatening... Cole, he...
Yeah?
What makes sense to Jack doesn't make sense to anyone else. What Jack does is never on the logical scale. He will throw himself at a brick wall, no matter how hard, wide, or tall it is. But he'll do it over and over and over and over until it starts to fracture.
Tina. Well, he also gave a little threat. He said, I could rally my banners, he said. Then he also say,
so he's
if this
threatening
is not done,
on another war.
then Taipan will disappear, one by one. So this is... I was wrong earlier to think that he might be changing. He has not changed. He only sees potential, perhaps, if being a more successful, being businessman. But he's really, he has not changed.
You know, I had one idea. And if it was anyone else but Jack, it might actually do something, but it probably won't. In the Bible, you know, Christian Bible, there's a story about a man named David. And he was on the run from this king. He was supposed to be the successor to this king. And the king became obsessed and terrified that David was out to assassinate him, to kill him, to take the crown before he died naturally, essentially. So he hunted David, him and all his armies. And at one point, David snuck up behind him while he was relieving himself in the cave, and he cut off the corner of his jacket, of his cape, and he stole away with it. And later, he showed it to him. He said, look, I was right there. We were alone. You was vulnerable, and I could have killed you, and I didn't.
Oh. That makes me think...
There's so many times I could have done similar things to Jack. Been right behind him, right in the same room. We've been alone. He didn't recognize me. I didn't speak. He only recognizes me if I speak. Might have changed a
Hardy.
little bit more.
All right, I have idea, but I think first you might know a lot about how to. I'm sure you do because you have been on the run before. You have been hiding before.
Yes.
But now you have opportunity to hide in plain sight. I would try very hard to get Mr. Talifax to train with him a little bit. Learn what you want. You don't want to learn one part. Maybe you don't infiltrate another organization.
There's one thing I have, Cole. It's just when I was with Van Horn, I spent a lot of my time with Van Horn in disguise, taking on another persona. And I hated myself every day that I did that. Every day that I had to be not myself, just to hide, just to be safe.
Well, this would be different. This would be for a purpose. Just like the story you just told me.
Yes.
Learn how to... Buddy, don't react, okay? I'm going to pretend like you're Jack Kettleman for a minute.
I can't hardly hear you.
Don't react right now, okay? I'm going to do something, but don't do anything to me. Learn how to slip in and out of these guys, get closer to your target. And then one day, this is Jack Kettleman. And you don't pull the trigger. You say whatever you have to say. Take his gun or make him throw it away.
So
and
that,
you leave.
So that is what I was going to say. What I thought might be something that could be done. And that would be to find him. To take him out somewhere. Have him in a position where he's completely at my mercy. To have a discussion. And regardless of the outcome of the discussion, leave him there unharmed. But I fear that
he won't change his mind.
It won't change his mind, and it'll be for waste. And it'll just re-solidify his focus on attacking everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the gun store.
And give him a new familiarity as well.
We'll be there in just 1 minute. Yeah, we can take him at any time. I could arrange a meeting with him right now if he's around, if he's awake. We could meet right here on this pier. He would come alone.
And that's
I could say,
essentially
Jack,
what
I
That's essentially what I did to him when I shot him. I asked him to meet me alone. I will tell you though, that not that I did it. I had bought a gun for doing the job. I left that gun behind. Because I wasn't planning on doing the deed when I met him that night.
What made you change your mind?
The insanity pouring out of his mouth. The realization that there was nothing I could do to get away from him if I didn't kill him. I essentially held him there at gunpoint, begging him to give me a reason not to do it. And he wouldn't. And then he turned his back on me. And so when I shot him, the bullets went in his back. But that was only because dancing around him, trying to get a shot into his front really wasn't an option. But when he tells the story, I just went insane and shot him in the back. Lowered him and shot him in the back. I also realized that it would be the one mercy I could supply him, because what Summers wanted out of that interaction was he wanted me to lure him to the cave when he had all his friends waiting there in the shadows, so that they could watch and mock as I shot him. And I didn't think anyone deserved that.
Oh. There is, in my opinion, there is no shame. If you are an assassin, you shoot someone in the back. You have a job to do. Doesn't matter how it's done. Maybe you're not technically an assassin, but you are capable. I don't think right now, today, tomorrow, this week, anything will happen. And you know why? Because the DiCenzos now are trying to create a great society, a bastion for Saint-Denis, a castle, he said, which would comprise, of course, the DiCenzos, cut us, and the cattlemen, and maybe some others. I don't believe that we should participate in this. But if we act like we do, or if we do, this could be one stipulation that you are never to be hurt, never to be touched. And it could, we don't even have to say your name, but if any one member attacks another member, and the result is blood, then there must be some great punishment for this. This might stop him, at least for a long while, until this society breaks down.
I do not think that it would stop Jack.
Then he would have the anger of very large organizations against him.
Maybe, but I don't think people sway into the realm of unreasonability when it comes to how they handle Jack. That has been his hand in multiple wars.
So, what should we do?
I wish I knew.
All right, I guess my advice is we will talk on this more with Mr. Wei, Bailey, whoever else. In the meantime, if you have the time, try to learn what you can from Mr. Talifax.
Okay.
I think it will do you good, even if you know some of the things already, which I'm sure you do. There he is.
Yes, I see.
Hey, Mr. Talifax. We were just talking about you. 说曹操到. There was a general in China. His name was Cao Cao. He was actually king during the Warring States period.
Well, I'm no king.
No, but this is a phrase we use in China. When you say the name Cao Cao arrive. Just a phrase we use.
Oh, I see. It's sort of like the American version of Speak of the Devil.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-oh. What's
Is
the problem?
something happening?
Gun store.
Okay.
What's
tired of hurting
The
cats.
the fucking.
What's this?
Is something happening?
Just go to the gun store.
What is Mr. Wei doing here?
What do you mean? What is Mr. Wei doing?
What do you mean?
He's lying on the ground right here in front of me.
What?
Oh my
Now
God.
he's...
Okay.
Oh, do I need to take a nap?
Yes, take a nap.
No,
Oh,
not
fuck.
Did you get hurt, Mr. Wei?
No.
No, I told you guys we shouldn't separate and go somewhere without telling anybody at all.
Okay,
Otherwise, they'd separate
we were
all the way over
speaking out
there.
here because
fucking
people can
rude.
hear us in the gun store. That's why we were speaking out here.
I got but here. You would at least let me know we're taking a fucking walk. I thought you
Well,
were
we
gone.
didn't know
Then
where you
something
went.
else happened.
We didn't know where you
I-
went.
This motherfucker got kicked by a motherfucking horse. So unfortunately, it was in the medical office.
Yes.
Now Pofong is at the fucking Solomon's Mansion.
I'm... What?
Yes, he's making them sandwiches.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go into the general store and grab something to eat, and then I'm going to go to the gun store. Okay?
That sounds like a perfect
Okay,
plan there,
I'm going to
Telefax.
do the
Thank
same
you.
thing. Okay.
All right, I will wait here with Holy Frost. Now
And
we all
maybe
know.
Paul isn't dead.
Yeah, maybe. For fuck's sake. Well, today went exactly how I expected it to go.
Yeah, no, it went exactly how I expected to go. Except for I thought that maybe, just maybe, they might pull one of those everybody charge and knife the people standing across from you sort of things.
Yeah,
At
right.
least
I
they
would-
didn't descend into that level.
I would love
yet.
to at least for them come to a fucking some sense of humility. Hmm?
No.
Being able to talk some sort of essence of truth to what you do. I mean, shit. I made it very, very fucking clear to Mr. Solomon. Lucille present so that he could fucking hear. Because the whole point of this entire thing was to iron it out. So that we could sit down when the DiCenzos want us to meet and iron it out there and figure out what the fuck we can do for one another. $5,000 you want me to compensate you? Fucking fuck you, Solomon.
No, so actually I was just speaking with Mr. Cole. I was suggesting that we host some sort of charity event or something like that. That we donate an amount of money to the medics, who are the ones who have been, say, the silent victims of all the warring going on since days I was dealing with the cleanup. We could host it right here. We could provide traditional Chinese cuisine. We could give them a small sum to go gambling. Depends on how much we want to pay into such an event. Just something real nice and humanitarian.
Oh, great. That could be very good. I do like that idea. Hey, come, let us walk and talk, yes?
I can't see anybody.
Just give it a moment.
Blind? Am I blind?
Just give it a moment. Just give it a moment. Okay.
I hate that.
You're fine.
Okay. Is it just you two, yes?
No.
Yeah, it's just us two. Everyone else went towards the gun store.
I think a charity would be actually very good. You know, it'd be very nice too. Maybe if this is something that we do a charity together, if it's not just us, we can also go ahead and spread it out between the rest of us too.
Fuck. What's this? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Why is everything so crazy?
Bailey, we're going to the gun store now, yes?
Okay, yes.
All right.
Want to ride?
No, smell.
I'll take a ride. I'll take a ride.
Okay, alright. Fucking. Okay, Jesus.
What?
Nobody ever fucking listened to Bailey. When fucking Bailey show up, I smell.
Okay, I didn't say that. That was Cole. Wait, okay.
That's a roundabout.
That's not really a roundabout. You're gonna... I don't think that's what that is, Bailey.
Why did we drive the under the docks? Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Why did
Watch
you...
out, mister.
Sir,
Get out the way,
move.
mister. Sir. Suck it, losers. Oh god, I'm so tired.
You sound real sick. You sound miserable.
Ni hao, is that Locke?
Yes,
Hello,
it is.
Locke.
Oh. Hi, how are you?
Terrible. How are you?
He's dying. He's very sick.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'll get over it. I'm fine.
He sounds like he's trying to eat 8 dumplings at once, and they're all stuck in his throat. And
Yes.
Okay.
We were speaking about a banquet for doctors and medics.
Oh, okay.
You are still practicing doctor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was
Okay.
actually just promoted recently.
In the next maybe 2. What do you think, Holly? 2 to 3 weeks.
yeah, something like this. It's gonna take some time to get some planning put together, but we would coordinate with all of you.
We want a big banquet/gambling event at the casino board.
Something
we're
where
going to
we
donate
could,
a bunch of money.
Yeah, and we could provide some funds for the doctors to have a night out and gamble and not have to worry about work.
That sounds like a mighty fine idea.
It also, I'm just now thinking of this, a night in which all of the doctors are off duty.
Well, unfortunately, they can't necessarily commit to that just in case there are problems, but
Maybe for like an hour.
Well,
we can rotate.
Yeah, they could try to rotate through it. Yes, yeah, exactly. Maybe just having 2 of them watching for stuff, for 15 minutes or something like that. Because I imagine an event like that would probably go 1.5 to 2 hours.
Yeah, if they're playing poker or something.
Yeah. Well, there's no poker at the casino.
Is it blackjack
so...
and craps or?
There's roulette, there's craps, there's I don't know. We'd have to look into it.
Okay.
Hello, doctor.
Well,
All right.
we look forward to seeing you. Have a good day, Miss Luck.
Okay. All right. Well, if you do want to get checked out, just come by the office, okay?
Yes, of course. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's less about the characters of David and Saul than it is just the move that was. The fact that he could have killed him, and that's what Saul was obsessing over, was that he's gonna kill me, and stuff. That he's this betrayer that's gonna kill me. It's because like clearly Holly did try and kill Jack.
I'm sorry. I ate the beans.
Oh, wait, this is a wonderful little group.
This is Yahi fact.
Yahi
It
fact?
sure works a lot
What?
more than
Yahi
Jack trying to
facts.
say that
Yahi
Jack and
fact.
Holly is a
Yahi
Jesus and
facts.
Judas
Oh,
situation,
because
because
he
Jack
looks
is
like
not
Judas.
a
Facts.
Jesus in any way,
I
shape, or
know.
form.
You have seen through my persona.
Exactly, Ferris.
Let's get the fuck upstairs.
Oh God.
Why do you?
That's how he eats
Oh.
his cabbage with prime efficiency.
Cabbage, yeah. Do you know how it smells? Like a cabbage empire.
Cabbage
Don't you
empire.
insult my damn cabbage.
No, we soon have cabbage empire. Or Bailia's
Cabbage
cabbage
empire.
empire.
I want to put peppers in my cabbage, and I want to put it in vinegar.
We will
And
get.
I
wanna
mean,
sell it to
that would
everybody.
be pretty good, actually.
We just burn Solomon's manor,
Wouldn't that be
and the
kimchi?
earth gets fertile,
Actually.
and then we make cabbage,
I'm going to the roof.
and we rest.
What about like that fermented cabbage with like all the spices in it?
Yes, that's what it is.
Like kimchi? Yeah, that's some good stuff. They've been experimenting
sorry, you
with
walked away.
making their own
I'm sorry.
models for Wild, and one of the first things they made was a cabbage.
See a roof over there.
No, Cole, please not.
Camel's been showing
Please
us
don't.
some
Stop.
previous.
No, I don't. What the fuck do you mean?
It's a perfect place for meeting.
Oh.
Nobody can ever even hear you, and most people will die if they try to get there.
What, like we almost did by jumping off the fucking goddamn...
Yes.
Fuck this roof.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Holy. You just scared the shit out of me. I thought, I from where I was looking, it looked like there was nothing down there. You just hurled yourself off. Listen, the meeting wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh,
It was terrible.
It was fucking terrible.
They certainly made themselves look like bloodthirsty buffoons.
No, that they did. I mean, don't get
The
me
problem
wrong.
is nobody cares that they did.
Yes, that is the
Well,
problem.
The law just got reconfirmed on who they were dealing with and not ourselves. The thing is, though, as I will say to everybody else, we
Yeah,
have
it's
been
Korean.
targeted, hurt, done unreasonable things to one another. Yet they think that we are hypocrites in the role, everything else in between. It is easier to say these things, to educate others on perspective. I'll take this out of Halifax's book here. A little bit of truth spread around the crossing will do a lot better than a little bit of falsehood. We went there with a certain rhetoric or design in mind, that we would try to get peace. I, on the other hand, was wanting to go ahead and get some truth. Whereas we were going to do the same. Let's put everything out there, let bygones be bygones. But instead, a cat obviously wanted to hear one thing and one thing only, unconditional surrender. Can you believe that even Mr. Solomon said that we are the one who is winning?
There was
Winning
not even
what?
war.
Yeah,
There
it
was
made
not
it
even
made
a
no
war.
sense in any way.
Yeah, no, fucking throwing around his goddamn flappy prick is fucking wonderful as he wanted to go ahead and do so, thinking that we're going to admire it. Fuck that man. Solomon is somebody that at the end of the day will go ahead and deal with within due time. But as of right now, we did succeed in one thing. 2 weeks. 2 weeks of peace. And it's not just peace with one another, but unfortunately the criteria of said peace was not expressed to the rest of the crossing. Because Martin Malone only thinks of it as peace between us. But this is time to which we can utilize to really set in line a standard to which every single one of us will go ahead and celebrate, which I think may benefit us in the long run. Solomon, like Jack Kettleman, is a war dog. There's no change or in his design. There's no desire for peace, because realistically, the only thing that he sees is winning. He sees us dead and in the dirt as the only way for us to thrive, or for him to thrive. We prove him wrong. We play the community as we have it to our strong suit. Holy Frost, speaking to Cole, talks about the charity event. This is something that we should do. If we can get a good amount of people to do so, come out to Saint Denis, or split it between maybe a little bit around, maybe Saint Denis and Rhodes, do a charity in both. That way we don't get that issue of people not being able to see each other. That way people can interact with one another, gamble if they want to, maybe do some events, maybe see if we can rent out some targets from the government or whatever have you. Maybe do some knife throwing, some shooting, some horse jumping. There's a lot that we can do. Appeal to the better sense of the people.
Yes.
Smart.
I think the best way to do this, concerning, well, I think we should put a limit on how many people can be at each event. Perhaps 32. We hold multiple events over the course of 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, so that everybody has a chance.
We can have the same event running in 2 places at once.
I was going to say we could have one event going, and it could be for 2 hours, but we repeat the portions of the event in the second hour.
Yes.
So specifically, like the medics, we could ask half of them to sign up for one, half to sign up for the other.
It's a great idea.
And it would just be medics who would invite, not too many +1s or something, because we want our people there to run the event, security, stuff like that. I don't know how many medics there is. That's something we'd have to find out and work with them closely and get them scheduled.
Emily can help with this part.
Indeed. Now, my only question is to you, is this can be a Taipan Industries thing, a bit of charity to help out for the local businesses. My question is to everybody here, do we think that this is something we want to bring up to the coalition of the others here? Cut. Kettleman.
I think for the benefit of the public perception, it makes sense to extend an invitation to them.
Well, we can't be inviting that many people to the event. So my idea was it'll be advertised in the newspaper, something in it, and it's Taipan would like to invite all the organizations in the crossing to donate to the medics as well. Something along those lines,
brilliant.
so that we, as if they try and say quote unquote retaliate by donating more than they think that we is or something like that, it would be something we'd already gone, oh yes, please do this. You understand?
Exactly.
It plucks that pride, and we win no matter what happens.
I like that. I think that's a brilliant idea, actually, Holly. Very good. I was confused because you said charity, but you didn't mention that it was specifically a charity for the medics. That's a brilliant idea.
Yes, a charity for the medics. As the silent victims of the recent wars.
Yes.
Indeed.
We can get a chuck wagon and we can stock it with alcohol. We can work with the Blue Pearl and run a sort of an outdoor bar for the event.
What is a bar in the casino?
Yes, I think that we would focus this on the casino boat. That would be the ideal location. I would like to provide each attendee with $50 to $100 for
gambling.
For gambling, yes,
And
so that
for
we're stressing the fact that this is a charity event to allow them some time off, and that's another reason.
No hassle.
For trying to do it for about 2 hours, inviting half the medics for the first hour and half for the second hours, maybe with a half hour in between to clear everything out, allow people to move in and out of the area.
Brilliant.
It's a wonderful idea.
All right.
Wait.
I also have a question. Will we have fundraising first, or will we pay all of this out of our own pocket?
I think we do it out of our own pocket.
Yes.
That makes it more genuine.
I have
Not to mention we always do everything out of pocket.
Yes, I have $2,000 I can put towards it.
That's where it comes from, right here.
I'm going to throw you off the fucking roof.
I have 2,000, but I need to use my money to make guns for Sheriff Wright.
One thing I wanted to do actually, and I think it'd be nice, we could take all the medics in. I would like to make a custom gun, and we could raffle it off to just the medics. Just another thing.
I've got 2 guns that need to be raffled.
Where
do
you want? Where would that raffle?
Do you want to raffle one of those?
The
No. It'd be a free raffle for the medics. It's just something to increase the appeal.
Or you can go ahead and put raffle tickets in and put in people's names. You could say it's a raffle, but you could say that you can buy raffle tickets and put this person's name in there.
Here's another
We
idea.
ask
that's good.
An
Here's another-
insanely low amount of money, like $5.
Here's another idea, and I know everybody's probably going to have some mixed feelings on this, but this raffle idea. What if we supply the gun and we allow the cut to handle the raffle? They can charge whatever ticket prices they want and keep the proceeds for themselves.
We're not associating
no,
them with any
no,
of our business.
Absolutely.
You don't want to bring
No.
them in on this.
No.
You don't
No.
want
A
to
mixed-
extend
a mixed
the
feelings
olive
was,
branch.
Anything
very
when
hopeful.
it comes to money, my friend, is not going to fly with the cut. They are $5,000 you want for us to go ahead and pay for what?
They would sabotage
Existing?
our event. That's not
Hey,
what I
but
do.
that's what
fucking
I'm
goddamn
getting
oil
at.
tanker to a goddamn piece of
This
property.
is what I'm getting at, though. It is a charity for the medics, and if we bring the cut in to participate in that charity,
This
we're
will
extending
Well,
an olive
no.
branch.
Here's
We're
my.
asking for
This
peace.
will, in the eyes of the public, be an olive branch. In their
All right.
eyes, it will be an opportunity for them to look good.
That's
Yes.
why I'm
Okay.
suggesting that with the
All right.
ad that gets placed advertising the event, we'd like to extend the invitation to all groups within the crossing to donate in some way to our medics. Something like that. So then that is where we're bringing in. We're opening the door for anyone. That doesn't mean
Okay.
that anyone can come.
I see.
But that
The
puts us in the position
donations
where if they
should go.
donate, we win.
I
You know,
see.
if they
I
donate,
see.
it was
I
our
think,
idea.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Would this when sent to
Let's
Yes.
Coin or whoever.
There is the matter
Yes.
of taking donations. It should not be one of us.
And what
You
about the
should-
DiCenzos?
It should be. one
Well,
of
we
us.
can
Maybe
speak
we should
no.
host
Well, we
it.
can speak with someone like Lark and have her handle that. So
No,
that
here's the
you
thing,
know.
but
Doctor.
that takes away her fun. Here's what I'm
exactly.
thinking. You don't have a birthday for somebody and say that, hey, birthday girl, you got to go ahead and decorate. No, at the end of the day, we will handle the weapons. We will handle the security. We will handle any of the money that's coming to or from. At the end of the day, if we decide to do a mutual source, I mean, shit, Halifax can dress up as somebody that we say, yeah, he's the golden bank, give him the money. He'll be fine. We'll know that it's coming to us. So
that's actually not a bad idea.
agree.
I could put on a persona as as an unbiased.
I want you in a top hat.
participant.
I want you in a mustache. I want you in with a long jacket. I want you to be the most uppity announcer on the face of the planet.
I want you to host a circus in a carnival.
I want a lion.
I want you to learn how to operate a hot air balloon.
All right. This rhetoric is getting ridiculous.
I
Yeah,
want a
uh,
circus freak
It's
that,
a way
like Jack
regarding the
Yes.
the meeting we had. I just met the DiCenzos at the clothing store, and they say they're sorry for us, like that it went so downhill, and we are being left hanging.
Well, if the Chenzos decide to go ahead and talk, we can go ahead and talk. There's something that I'm going to bring up to the rest of you now, so we all understand one thing after another. This charity, brilliant. Polly, Cole, this is both of your ideas. All right, you need to helm the responsibility and get everything fleshed out. All right, I want a date by the end of the week, and I want everything to be ready.
I think the sooner the better. So
Agreed.
yes.
Is that possible?
So maybe not this weekend, but the next weekend.
Right.
Next
I want
weekend is
the
Millie Market.
detail. Yeah, I want that. We'll do it for Sunday. Maybe market can be on Saturday. We can
Yeah, we'll do it
back-to-back
on
events,
Sunday.
on Sunday.
That'd be perfect.
Right.
But these
So
not much.
what is our list of things to acquire for this event? Obviously, 2 custom weapons, one for
well,
each group.
we
No,
don't
no.
need
Here,
to.
we we don't need to. Bailey already has the weapons. Let's make this very clear.
Okay.
We already have the 2 people consulting. They can talk, delegate. We'll all talk together. Let's move
Yes,
on.
but I did like the idea of inviting the crossing to purchase raffle tickets in the name of a medic for the weapon. I think that would be an excellent idea.
Oh.
Each
Yes.
medic would automatically have their name entered into the pot.
Automatically. Yes.
Automatically. But anyone would be at liberty to purchase additional raffle tickets towards that.
Indeed. And that raffle money, by the way, that's not going to the charity. Just so you know, it's coming back to us.
Okay,
So,
but we will already be donating
we
something like
invite-
$1,000 or $2,000, whatever we
Exactly.
decide, to the medics directly.
hmm
we deny the doctors to purchase any raffle tickets. We tell them it is up to the people of the crossing. They will list you pay a price.
Yeah, but
Yes,
then you have
explain-
favoritism, and somebody might not have a ticket bought for them. Everybody should have at least.
Well,
a
then we
said,
put
everybody-
a limit. We put a limit.
I don't like that word.
Yeah,
No
I
limit,
just
just give
think we
everybody
just
at
allow,
least
because
one
we're not gonna publicize who has how many tickets or anything like that. So it really shouldn't be that much of an issue. We will make sure that every medic does get a ticket automatically, without any charge.
We can also observe the overall ticket amounts, and if we feel like we need to add a ticket to everybody's pockets, then we can do so. Say, for instance, one medic has 50 tickets, and the rest of them have no less than 5.
Well, that means don't do shoddy ass work and get more liked. That's not my fault.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Indeed.
All
What
right.
what matters at the end of the day is making the money.
This is
I think of this
actually-
in a business standpoint.
This is actually a
Darcy
really
gets fired, and a
brilliant
week later we
idea.
have the banquet for the medics.
Oh my god.
What?
That's
She
terrible.
got fired?
Apparently.
Bad news. That's unfortunate. Well,
Jenna.
so, we have that.
Oh, I must interject.
Yes.
About what?
March 27, the Book of Changes, Ijung. This is a very, very fortuitous day. Not only is it a perfect day for eating and drinking, it is a day to arouse envy from your enemies. This is what the Ijing say.
So 20 days from now?
No, March 27.
No, that's 10 days.
Yes. 10 days.
It's the
okay.
17th.
Yes.
That would be Sunday.
the
That's
fu-
the day we're talking about doing.
Yeah, 27.
That is interesting. That interesting.
Yeah, you just Yijing and then start talking about great fortune, the gods themselves.
You see,
the 5
it is a
thunderbolts.
It is a sign. It's a good day.
All right.
I feel like one
So
of us
we
should be
have
having an evil
what,
speech right now.
4,000 right now?
4,000 what?
Oh,
How much-
I was saying I have 2,000 I can contribute towards the event, and then I'll
Right.
have like $100 left. But I can work. I can work to make more
So,
money too.
How much do we need to work for? What is our goal?
We need to all maybe go to the coal mine, do a couple hours of work, fill a crate. Everyone put in $800.
It should be more than enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
If everyone
Don't need to
brings
hit
in
our bank
$800
Yes.
dedicated to the event, I guess
What's
that's
that?
a goal.
Six folk, or actually everybody in the organization we don't have here, Daiju, Judy Song. So it's 2 other people, $1,600. Someone do that math.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and do the math a little bit. Good. I don't want to talk. This fucking rain's killing me. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Talifax? Mr. Talifax? I did not have you in mind when I was changing my clothes. Is it okay if I stay so?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, it coincidence as well.
Also,
Shadow Task Force.
Yahiko, we're going to hold off on your infiltration.
Yeah.
Tell William to just observe from a distance. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So no pushing, just absorbing
No.
what comes its way.
Yes.
I see.
All right.
Sorry.
It's my chair.
Okay, you can have it.
Next
I will
thing
not
that,
contest it.
we want to go ahead and talk about. All right. So this meeting that we just had, this meeting was good. At the end of the day, keeping inside the good graces in the eyes of the law is always going to be a good thing. They're one of the most useful tools inside the crossing. And when it comes to looking at people like Solomon or Jack or anything else of the sort, they don't look at them the same as they look at us. And even the Jicenzos are on their shit list. Thing is that when I look at all the different groupings inside the crossing, there's only 2 of them that I'm really worried about, and that is the Cat and Ketamine. Ketamine, because of the one person in this room he wants very dead. And then you also have Cat, who just doesn't want to tolerate our fucking existence. Now, I did get the chance to speak to Mr. Norman in Lucille. Told them about the whole charging of things because Norman, as well as the many others, think that I incarcerated them. Because the laws work inside the law, they will blanket you or tell you associated with it out of eyewitness testimonies or everything else in between, and shit ends up getting very messy. But unfortunately, they were charged. They thought this was my doing. And I can always reassure the rest of you that you all know that if I were to do so, I would have word on my flesh. Mr. Norman understood. This was our first meeting. Our first meeting where they insulted us with a wagon put right in front of us. They come here, have the audacity to call your dagger a fucking uppity cunt, a liar. Overall, say all these things come with great poison from their mouth. But overall, this was a victory. We didn't pay a cent. We composed ourselves as much as we could, which brings me to the thing is that composure is what's going to win us this next meeting. It's what's going to allow us to take the necessary steps to start weighing these people out if possible, as well as possibly even saving the family's lives. I talked to Norman and Lucille and brought up something that maybe some of you are familiar with, but not all. Who here is familiar with the ancient laws of combat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, from which culture?
Well,
Our culture.
generally all cultures.
One to at least fight with honor.
All cultures have a sort of disagreements solved by combat sort of traditions. But
right.
Yes.
In the old days, two generals would appoint someone to go into the field of battle to first duel.
Sometimes. All cultures together have the same, like in all of the world. In every culture, the warrior's way is nobody wants to die in battle. Nobody wants to die without holding a sword in battle. That's the biggest fear. Will be the greatest dishonor, greatest disgrace to die while they're sleeping and old in their bed. Samurai don't like it. The North people don't like it. The South people don't like it. The tribes from all over the world, nobody likes. If you're a warrior, you don't die of old age in your own bed. You die on battlefield with a sword in your hand.
The ancient laws of combat. This is something that Mr. Norman and Lucille know about, in some capacity. Of course, it all differs. If they want to have all the factions come together and to celebrate business, as the Dicenzo said, to coexist as one another, practice civility, it will be with great difficulty. Because unfortunately for everybody here, everybody has experienced great pain from all the oppositions. The Chenzos, the Cut, and even Kettleman. I want to put forth the ideology of Saint Denis' ancient rule of combat for all the groupings. If Taipan and the Cut have a gripe, yes, of course, there'd be business to be done, but it would not be done with a certain amount of clarity. So I would meet with the leader. We would say we would take 6 of our warriors. We would meet out in the streets, decide on the weaponry and whatnot, of which we would go ahead and use, albeit that be your fist. Knives, machetes, hammers, cleavers, throwing knives, anything else in between. Make the decision there. And like the warriors to which sit around this table now, which I just stand, we would arm up next to our brothers and sisters and fight each other until our enemies are incapacitated. None of this run-of-the-mill shooting each other up or whatever have you, but when you think about it, What was the one thing Malone did not want in the city?
Guns?
Blood.
Not blood, not just blood. He did not want people shooting each other in the city.
He was afraid of stray bullets hitting civilians.
I think I like your idea, but I think to minimize criticism from Malone himself, it might be better to just have two individuals from each faction, one individual from each faction, punch out their differences, rather than a group.
I would
It's
agree.
easy to look at that and see war, whereas if there's just a fist fight between two individuals and whoever wins, that's done, and we all walk away.
I think that depends on context. For example,
Yes.
Holy Frost and Jack Kettleman and the rest of his people decide that the rules of ancient laws of combat will be honored. They both decide on weaponry. Those two fight. I know you're not privy to it, but Holy, I'm thinking about it this way. Instead of looking over your shoulders every single day, if we all can get to this amount of respect for one another, you could do away with all of this.
Yeah, or
you
I could
sink
die.
That meat.
Yes, that's.
Or you could die.
I'm not interested in submitting myself to a situation where I'm going to have a high likelihood of dying. It's like the stupidity of dueling, in my opinion.
So you don't get in a knife fight. You don't get in a machete or gunfight. Okay. You beat his
ass. You think that me going up against a man, that's gonna work out?
Holy Frost!
I'm automatically at a disadvantage in that.
I don't see how you could look at it that way.
You know what they call? You know what they called the gun? You know what they called the gun? I think they called cult peacemaker. It was an equalizer. No matter how big or strong you are, you can pull a trigger.
It's true.
If I am trying to go up against Jack, just me under my own strength, you're just telling me to fail right there. When I was with Van Horn, some people in there tried to pressure me to challenge Jack to a duel. I refused.
I don't think that the solution between Jack and Holly is a duel of any kind.
I don't think so either. I'm just trying to throw out a possibility. You don't have to do it. No one's forcing you to do anything.
Yes.
But if anything, even if it meant him bringing all of his and we bought ours and we were to fight it out, it could end things. Again, when it comes to Solomon in the cut, I mean, to be honest with you, I would love to punch fucking Solomon straight in the jaw. A lot. I know many of you others would like to do even more than that. But the ancient laws of combat has come with great respect to many different peoples.
Yes, but you're dealing with groups that don't have any respect or honor, and they don't care about it.
But that might change if we have more support in doing so. That could change.
No, it
that
won't.
Could be something that Saint Denis could set the stage for. Now, I could be wrong. This is just an ideology to which I was thinking about bringing up to them. Norman agreed. Lucille agreed. And now
It could be something to settle small differences, but something as deep-rooted as the Kettleman-Holly situation, I think it's a bit more complicated. But I like the idea. I do. For small disagreements.
It is a possible avenue. If it's something that you would like to go ahead and think about it. It's just something I was thinking up during the meeting. Because we're going to need to find out what we can do for one another. The cut in tight head. Which brings me to my next bit. What are we going to bring to the table? For business. For trade.
I think that's what we were discussing on working on. We need to... Cole, you and I discussed a little bit about it, about getting into the hearts of the people of the crossing, about going out and, similar to what Holly's suggesting, doing charity. Going to as many people, as many groups, as many families as possible and saying, hey, we're Taipan. We want everyone to succeed. Is there anything you need help with, free of charge? If we can do that, we can bring business to Saint Denis. Because by helping people, they will seek us out for more business. They'll want to reciprocate the help. And if we are being shoved out of Saint Denis because of some other forces inside of Saint Denis, then the public is going to frown upon it. And therefore, the other gangs are going to lose business.
Well, already, yes, this is good, but already we have the gun shop. This is a small business. But the possibility with a Mary market is endless. And already I have a group of people who want to help expand.
It's true. We do have the melee market.
I think a nice
Also, the
traveling
kings.
caravan would be nice.
A what?
A traveling caravan.
Yes. Yes.
Because you have everybody on their horses with a box behind them with their goods. And
Yes.
stop by every city.
Exactly. Bringing specialty goods, goods that are hard to come by or difficult to come by.
Mm-hmm.
And then telling those people that shop that they can come to Saint Denis to purchase more.
Mm, 2 days ago, when I was in the desert, I met a ranger. He was just finishing putting a box in Tumbleweed, full of medical supplies, free for the people. Telling me in Armadillo they have a similar box, but full of ammunition, because you cannot buy these in Armadillo. This was,
Very
of
nice.
course, some people will abuse these, of course, but I think most won't. Most will respect it. There are also people who are putting out boxes for the poor, those who need food, here in Saint Denis. Don't know if you all have seen it or not.
Yes.
But things like these also are good. Perhaps we can reach out to whoever is doing this here in Saint Denis, say we are willing to help you with providing food or drink.
What is it that the other groups bring to the table? What do they have that the coalition would need? What does the cut have?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes, that is it. They don't have anything, but they act like they do.
They're not business people.
So what
They're
do the
thugs.
Kettlemans have?
Well, here's the thing. They say that they're miners. They own a mining company, but only they go out to mine. They don't. They're people. In their vast number. I, on the other hand, was taking out the public. Out to the mine. And Mr. Copperhead now runs Copperhead Corporations. It's every Sunday. I endorse it. Now, they don't offer much other than that. I don't see them really doing much other things. I'm not sure if they make moonshine or anything else like that.
Why would they claim to be a mining company and not set up shop in Annesburg?
They are set up in Edinburgh.
They are. So then why are they here in Saint Denis? Wouldn't it just make more sense to pull...
Let me take a word out of their mouth, because they're fucking cunts.
Because the people in Annesburg are cunts.
And
No,
they blend right in.
They want to live in the big fancy mansion. That's why they're here.
I see. Well then, oh goodness. Oh God.
Did he just say he fell down the stairs?
Yes.
What?
Cole, how?
Help. Please. Little help, yeah. Don't laugh.
I watched
Please
him.
don't laugh.
He slipped on the railing
I
and
can't
went
even.
all the way
I
down.
can't. He's
Yeah.
too heavy.
Yeah.
Can we take him upstairs and I have.
Okay,
I don't
idiot.
have a medical bag. Someone upstairs.
I have one.
Oof. That was
He
embarrassing.
fell down every single story.
Yeah, I hit these stairs. Everything I could hit, I hit. How the hell did this happen?
He didn't fall flat either. He was like a little ball as he fell down, like in the fetal position.
I was trying to roll.
Like a cannonball. You just hit the ground.
Like kung fu roll, you know.
Yes, this is something that
Tell them that the cut is attacked me.
The cut attacked Cole. It was a travesty.
Cole.
It was trap.
Cole.
Well,
we heard you
then you
speak.
you will not die in vain. I will
don't
first
make
empty
me
your
laugh.
pockets and make me rich.
Hey, wait.
Great.
No, honestly,
Yes.
what did happen?
Small question. Did we solidify the fact
No, but
that
what I was
those who have not
talking
died
about
should not
is
well read, or
it is weird how the law
Okay,
lets
so-
them openly. Excuse me. What do you want to say, Holly?
Oh, it's just about the possible event and stuff like that. But if you've got something to say, then continue.
It is
No,
also
you're talking about the cut. Yeah, they don't have anything to stand upon, Yahiko. They don't. There's no reason for them to dwell where they dwell, or do what they do, other than trying to have some sort of foothold. It's like the Chancels. They haven't done anything for the city in forever. And when you talk about community, we have. I'm really curious to see what the hell we can do with the boat, or if they have any intentions.
Okay, so
well, let's think about that for a moment. We have some thugs that are setting up shop inside of Saint Denis, and they don't have a leg to stand on as far as business is concerned within the city. Where do you think thugs are going to try and take claim?
A casino.
Yes. Can we agree not to attempt to try and take the casino for ourselves? Maybe that's biting off more than we can chew. Maybe we should focus our attempts inside of the melee market, the gun store, the bar.
Although I agree.
At the very least, that would create less tension to give them something to control, something to focus, something to put their time into other than us.
Maybe our new friends, Frank and William, can figure out who is laid claim on the boat.
well, here's a thought.
That might be a good idea. Go ahead, Holly.
Well, if we're worried about the boat, maybe with this event we could make it. You know, it's a medic's night out. We could make it more sort of like a bar crawl or something like that. And we could provide money for them to enter in a poker tournament or something like that at one of the other bars. We could start from Doyle's and then move on to, say, I guess Blackwater would probably be the best, because Rhodes has its own messes. But that way we wouldn't be seen as threatening the casino.
Right.
I don't know.
Or at the very least, it gives them an opportunity to state their ambitions with the casino.
I don't. The only person I knew who had any ambitions with the casino was Josh Carter, and that was before he was given the Bastille. And I haven't seen him there since.
My idea stands. This
Yes,
is what I'm going
Yahiko,
to do.
yes, William and Frank, just go and hang around the casino, do some gambling, and see if anybody shows up trying to, like, you know, have a look around and set up and plan things, and then ask them if they're the owners, you know?
I haven't seen any significant presence down there, but I don't go in there very often, so.
I don't think there's anyone trying to proclaim they own it.
So I've been writing this down. What do you think of this as some sort of advertisement? Taipan Industries wishes to extend their gratitude to the silent victims of the crossing's recent conflicts and wars, our medical professionals, those who are never truly off duty. Join us for a night off, 27th March, 6 to 9 p.m. EST. RSVP to DU057 for details and to receive your slot. Taipan invites any and all groups and organizations in Saints Crossing to contribute to the SCHD with donations of their own in any amount and applauds your generosity.
Make sure to add that it's all covered for the medics.
Well,
you won't have to pay a cent.
Yes, but I mean that I think that's unspoken.
Yes.
They can't add too much. They have a very limited amount that they can write in those papers. So what I would do would be I would write a letter to. Can you let me finish speaking, please? I would write a letter to the medics and myself to be distributed internally that would detail everything about the event. But this is just to get it in the public eye.
I see.
I think it goes without saying that expenses would be paid in this case. Yeah. I don't think it needs to be shouted out. We don't want to look like we're tooting our own horn too much.
No, that's
because that can backfire.
Then we would have your telescope.
Sorry? Say it again?
Is your telegram public?
What do you mean?
Who is going to receive all of the telegrams? Is this going to be you?
Yes, I would receive them as pertaining to the actual event since I'm planning it.
Excuse me.
Anyways, and then we could place a second ad about the raffle. Could say on March 27th, in light of months of sacrifice from the hardworking medical professionals at the SCHD, Taipan Institutes will be raffling off a custom gun to a doctor or medic. Each member of the SCHD will receive a raffle ticket automatically, but more may be purchased by anyone in the name of medic or doctor they're choosing. And then I would hope that perhaps Lee would handle that portion.
Yes,
because he is around more and at the gun store and be primed to receive payment for those.
Raffle off the double action.
That's brilliant. That brings more business to Saint Denis just to come and purchase raffle tickets.
Yeah, just put my telegram in that ad. That second one.
What is your telegram?
GKO44.
I just thought of another really stupid idea.
And what would the tickets be? $40? $50? What would they be? $25?
For that, probably something smaller.
25?
Let's do 25.
25?
Because that's charity, right? Because doctors will get them automatically, and anyone who wants to buy a ticket for a doctor is providing to charity, so it can be a little bit more expensive.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So
I don't think doctors need a Litchfield.
Yeah, and I can go and get these ads placed myself. I'll pay for it and everything.
And how much are we giving each doctor for
I said you do as well, Molly. Thank you.
Well, that depends.
Holly,
yes.
we have one more. I paid for 2 advertisements, so we have one for free right now.
Okay.
You want to use it?
Okay.
No, you need to use that for the next melee.
We can.
That's fine. I'll leave it I'll leave it uncomplicated and just approach the newspaper myself and get these taken care of. What do we think about the time on that? I thought 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That would make it so that we could go a little over an hour for 2 different groups. It's just deciding whether we want to actually do it inside the casino or we want to do something more akin to a bar crawl.
I think the casino would be...
Yeah, I like the idea of focusing it here in Saint Denis as we live here and this is where we're investing.
Yes, and makes it much simpler for planning to just put it in one location.
There is also the matter of newer friends gathering information as to who might believe that he has...
Well, honestly, I believe that will become very apparent once we state that we're holding an event in the casino.
But this could also put that on our plans.
Well, let's cross that bridge when we come to it, yeah?
Give me 72 hours.
All right.
I will figure it out.
Very well.
Cole, you know this Flash, yes?
I know Flash, yes.
Yes. I want you to get in contact with him too. Sell him on the idea of a relay race. Flash's 1,000-yard dash.
Oh, that's a very good idea.
Take him and his misfits, the 4 of them or whatever have you. Tell them to go around to all the towns, tell everybody to get teams of 4. Come into Saint Denis, we'll set up a nice little track.
Oh my goodness.
And we'll do a relay race all around Saint Denis.
Are you thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking about using boxes as the baton?
Oh, yeah, you are so stupid. That is so stupid. It would work.
Well, I was gonna say it could also be done something like a if
Torch,
you had
maybe?
well, no, I was gonna say something like, I mean, a torch would be very interesting and cool, but I was thinking, we could leave clues as to the next location is here, and does that make sense? Like with a
I think that
clue.
complicates it a lot.
I would say a relay race of just grabbing up one thing to another. I think 4 people, it's good enough to have us all there. That's 4 teams. 4 teams.
Think about seeing it at night, people running through the streets with torches.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Or boxes.
More boxes?
I think instead of boxes, we make a race, and we have at every checkpoint a person with a torch.
That is exactly what we just said, Paul Fang.
Thank you.
I think I misunderstood. My apologies. I'm just writing
No,
things down.
it is okay. No, your mind is going. I appreciate your idea. But yes, if one of you can get in touch with Flash, let's get him here. Let's talk about it. Let him decide on the route. This is idea pool. We're going to throw this all out there now. Get this ready. And if anything, if there's certain ideas that we want to do, or certain ideas that if the coalition, if everything works out, they want to go ahead and be a part of as well in any capacity. These are just things that we can do. Thing is, though, is the more that we do inside the city and we bring people here, the better it's going to go ahead and be. So Flash, he is a part. He's a grouping of the misfits over there behind Pooley's bar. I think that they would be perfect. But Flash's 1,000-yard dash, a 4-man or 4-lady relay race inside the city of Saint Denis.
So Flash and his gang can organize these. We pay the price. Of course, we oversee the management of it too.
Agreed. I mean, if anything, we don't necessarily have to do it in Saint Denis. If they decide they want to
I think
put
it
the
should
track up, I think it should be too, just because it's their city.
It could be out by the sugarcane. Start from there or end there or whatever.
Oh yes, or like
using
bridge
a route
to bridge.
through the actual street would be really fantastic. And honestly, if we just made it a straight line from point A to point B, and the individual contestants choose their own route, it becomes a knowledge of the city sort of a thing.
But it would also be important that there would be people
allowing those involved to do stuff like maybe push and shove each other would be something that would appeal.
People would get down very quick.
Yes, but we'd have people on standby to help people up.
Yes, but if they run all over the city, like we're thinking, he's gonna get lost in an alleyway.
Planned route, I think.
A planned route.
Yes, planned route.
There is also another thing. If we make it point A, point B, back to point A, there has to be a person standing at point A, registering everybody, making it to the end and going back.
Paul, I think you're very
job.
confused.
That's your job.
Because we've discussed that twice now. That's what we mean when we say people holding the torches at the...
And in order to make things obvious, we'll just make sure that everyone participating dresses all in one color, and they all stay in teams. Basically, by
maybe
color.
they can wear sashes. Like
sashes would be perfect.
Sashes.
No, we make them wear traditional Chinese
I
garments.
was gonna say these vests with the butterfly closures.
Very bright.
There's green, there's red, yellow.
I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, just looking at the road. You know the bridge over there by Calico Hall, by the shitty plant over there.
I don't know.
You start the race over there through the long bridge, come all the way down, and as soon as you get over to like the telegram office, first relay to pick up all the way down by Maybe Market, back down by Purley's restaurant, stop at another one right there by right there, what's it, the graveyard, and the rest of the other person would then take the rest of the run all the way to the Cat's house. They can all sit there and cheer them on or whatever. And the last stretch would be across the bridge again, leading out of there, heading towards the end of Lemoyne, and then back down the road, heading back towards Calico Hall, ending the race by the shitty plant. There's 1,000. That has to be more than 1,000 yards, but that is a goddamn trek.
Yes, it is. I think that might be brilliant.
Fantastic. All right, so here, make sure everybody has jobs. So Holly, you're going ahead and doing that, getting that out of the way. We'll help each other out with the guns. Biley, you'll be worrying about the guns and getting everything else stuff in between. Cole, you'll be talking to Flash to go ahead and get the 1,000 yard dash done. Both Paul Fong as well as Yahiko, your orders are to make sure to watch the casino vault for the next few days, for at least the next few days. See who's coming in and out. See who's doing operations, and Emily, you continue to fucking do medical work. Do me a favor though. Anything to which is coming your way that may be interesting information upon the cut or anybody else inside your documentation, we need to know. And I myself, I think I'm going to start to
you, me,
get
and
back to
Co
work.
need to raise money
doing
for the funds for the
We
medical.
all agreed we would try to put in 800 per person.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
$800 for just about everybody right here is going to guarantee us somewhere around $6,400.
Okay.
That is absolutely plenty for what we need to go ahead and do.
Mr. Way? I do have something. Emily or Co, you said that we are in talks with some doctors who do not work for the government?
Yeah.
Like 3 doctors?
2.
I still have the poison. You remember? Like when somebody from the cut gets injured, they give them the medicine, quote unquote, and they just die.
Do we want to do that right now? Or should we honor the peace treaty?
Peace.
Yeah, for right
Would
now.
I break the peace if somebody dies accidentally?
I mean, here's the thing.
Honor?
With honor.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Indeed. We'll wait for the right time for that to happen. We'll keep in contact with those doctors now. All right. Everybody has their job. This is what we need to go ahead and concentrate on over the next week or so. Get this all ironed out. The information traveling to and fro. We all come here to talk. If I could, I need to bother you all for the room except for Carl. We can come back and talk, yes?
There is one more thing.
What is that, Paul?
I want to quote 2 things that are very they come from a book written by Sun Tzu. They are very appropriate. 1, plan for what is difficult while it is easy. 2, what is great while it is small. The next would be the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy itself.
I like this one.
This is great wisdom you give.
It is not mine.
Then a blessing by Sun Tzu it is. Alright. Everybody, I'll call the council here in just a minute.
Okay.
You wanted me to stay or leave?
Yes. Actually, by Lee, if you could stay as well.
Rob people?
Oh my goodness.
No, we need to be on our best behavior.
Of course. I never robbed anybody in my life.
Orange deliveries.
When I did, I put something in the pockets.
Do what?
Orange deliveries makes money.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So milk deliveries are extremely efficient in making money as well.
Yes.
I'll have to look into that. Do you have to make the milk?
No, you just where'd he go?
Pick up and drop off?
You pick up bottles from the Blackwater General Store, then you go over to McFarland's, they fill them up, and you ride back. You just need to pick up 10 bottles, and they'll commission you with the delivery. So.
Okay, so buy bottles,
yes.
empty bottles, go to McFarland's, have them filled.
If you buy the bottles at the general store, just the milk bottles, it'll cost you about $7.50, and then you go to McFarland's and you come back with the milk cart, you'll get paid $50. So there's a small loss. You know, it's not exactly $50, but it's something you can do repeatedly.
It's
very easily.
Very much so. All right.
Where are you going?
I think that's what I'm going to do then.
Yep, it's I mean, it'll take you a couple hours, but you can get the $800 pretty easily doing that.
I really don't know.
Yes.
Just be mindful, because sometimes I have been.
Yes.
I got robbed by Clyde Davis once when I arrived.
See.
So make sure, be mindful of anyone waiting near the delivery point to rob you.
I see.
And go bank before you go back out again, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're too concerned.
You want to do that right now?
Yeah. You want to come and show me the ropes with that?
Oh, you're coming?
I unfortunately cannot today. I have to write a telegram and I have to.
You're okay.
I have to get going.
I wish you the best, Paul.
What do you mean?
A good business. Any customers?
Okay, guys. My grandpa is having I guess it's probably a St. Patty's Day dinner. I need to go to that. It's in about an hour. So I have to get ready for that. Do I have a newspaper on me? I do. Perfect. Okay, really? All of you, shut up. BB 472.
You took a bit of a fall over there.
I don't know what she was talking about. I'm perfectly fine. And unmolested by the ground, yes.
Alright then, you did hit a wall.
I don't know what she was talking about.
Alright then, Missy, I'll pretend I didn't see anything, alright?
Thank you.
Have a good one.
I need to contact someone to place 2 ads in the paper in regards to an event coming up on March 27th. I will have both ads pre-written to fit your formatting and only need to speak with someone to ensure it is properly paid for. Let me know who I need to talk to. Best regards, Hollyfrost DU057. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool stuff. Okay. I am not good at stuff. There we go. Hang on, let me. I lost something. Trying to find it. Give me a second. Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go. We haven't heard this for a while. Alright guys, said I have to go off, so I'm gonna have us raid Derek, who's playing Way. Usually a pretty good time. I'll send you guys off. I'm gonna try and be back on a little bit later, but we'll see how that works out.
Burns, burns, the ring of fire.